friends, what's up? My name is Joss and welcome back to Squibbles Reads. Kristyn from Super Space Chick tagged me in 25 bookish facts about me. It took me a long ass time to think about 25 facts, but here they are. The first time I learned how to whistle was when I tried to make the Mockingjay noise from the Hunger Games. Yes, I was a late whistle bloomer. My three favorite books that I've read since starting BookTube are And Again by Jessica Chiarella, Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, and Ready Player One by Ernest Cline, all of which are some form of sci-fi. Which brings me to my third fact. I didn't think I really particularly liked sci-fi, but apparently I really love it. When I'm in a reading slump, I usually just take some time off of reading. However, if I'm really itching to read, I automatically turn to some good old dirty new adult, which doesn't always excel in its writing style or the messages that it sends, but it will get me to just read pages. Apart from reading, I also really love writing, which makes getting through my million papers a little bit easier. My most productive reading time is right before bed. I can usually get through a third to a half of a book without trying really too hard. And my most reflective reading time is between 12 and 1 p.m. around lunchtime. I listen to around 2 hours of audiobook a day whenever I have to commute. And my favorite audiobook so far has been Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. It was narrated by Will Wheaton. If you've been watching me for a while, you will know that if I had to pick one book that is my absolute favorite, I would pick Matilda by Roald Dahl. And when I was a kid, I bought 3 identical blue dresses from Walmart, piled books next to me in a Fisher-Price wagon, and made Ovaltine while I read so I could be just like Matilda. Before I started BookTube, I read mostly adult contemporaries, literary fiction, and even though I hate this term, chick lit, and also thrillers and mysteries, which are my ultimate bae, as you can probably tell from my February wrap-up. Which brings me to my next fact. I didn't start reading YA a ton until I started BookTube, and that is not necessarily a bad thing because reading YA has helped me open discussion with a ton of new people. It's also helped me expand my repertoire and connect with more people who I first started talking about YA books with, and then became better friends because of it. However, now that I've read some of the series that are better known, I'm very happy to return to some of the genres that I used to read a lot before and see what's out there in them now. Speaking of YA, I've actually filmed a discussion video about YA and its pros and cons. I've never been totally happy with it, and I know that it's a really controversial subject around BookTube, so I want to get all of my facts 100% correct. One day, guys, one day. When I was in 12th grade, I did a performance of Ophelia's monologue that involved like her downward spiral at the end of Hamlet for extra credit, and it opened up so much conversation with my English teacher, who I credit for my love of reading and writing. My favorite manga, I guess it's like a manhwa, is called Dr. Frost. It's about a psychologist and goes through some of his clients and his case studies. Go figure. Even though I see a lot of flaws in Emily Giffen's books, she will always be one of my favorite authors. I really love writing Goodreads reviews, especially if they involve a lot of flaily gifs. For that reason, I've considered starting a blog. However, with school, work, which sometimes involves weekends, and BookTube, let's face it, is enough on my plate already. When I was a kid and teen, I would cycle through reading the same series and about 4 standalones over and over again, and if I ever dared to try anything new, I would tiptoe into it very gingerly. And my last fact is, until I watched the Harry Potter movies, I called Hermione Hermione, I called Seamus Seamus, and I called Severus Severus. Oh dear. So that is it for this video. I am going to tag a few people in the down bar below. If you guys have any comments, questions, or anything else, please leave a comment. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!